quite some time. I was sandblasting some stuff and thought you guys might want to know a little bit about my sandblaster and why I sandblast, why I have it. Uh, it's kind of a long story. I was doing a lot of die grindering, like cutting things with a die grinder, and it was flicking bits of metal everywhere. Also, I will take this opportunity to apologize for the shakiness. I am holding this with my hand. Let's see if I can get some stabilization by sitting this on a GoPro. No, not really. I digress. I was doing a lot of die grinding. That flicks splinters of steel everywhere, and I got one in my eye. I had to go to the optometrist and have them use a pair of tweezers to pull this splinter of steel out of my eye. And the guy was like, if this had have rusted in here, then we would have had to drill into your eyeball to get like all of the rust and stuff out. So I bought a sandblasting cabinet so that I could use the die grinder in the sandblaster to protect myself from the splinters flying everywhere. Fast forward, I've never ever actually used it for that because as a sandblasting cabinet has such, it's such a useful tool that I can't fill it full of splinters of steel, if that makes any sense. I was actually doing some die grindering yesterday, making these, and again I was thinking, I should buy something to put this in so that I don't flick splinters all over myself, because I did get splinters all over myself. I might actually buy like a small sandblasting cabinet specifically for this. It won't need the vacuum connected to it or anything else like that, so it could just be a box with a window in it. Anyway, let's talk about my sandblasting cabinet. Hello, two people in this room. I saw there was three people. One person's gone. If you would like to leave a comment or whatever, let's see. Let's live chat. Yep, live chat is on. So if you have a question, write it there and I'll see it on the screen. I am filming on my phone. Where to begin? Okay, so we'll start with the sandblasting cabinet itself. It's a cheap unit. It's got a built-in, that's a vacuum. And we'll keep looking at the outside. It's got a vacuum built into the side that runs to a pipe there. That's all part of it. It has a power switch, a fuse, the light, which is really important. Dust is the vacuum on and off, and then it has a bunch of indicators. It has a pressure gauge and a air regulator. The front door, this is not easy to film because I need to be close. The front door opens up. I'm going to do that now. What? I'm live. Bad timing. Okay. It's got this area down the bottom here to catch all your media. I use a combination of sand and whatnot. Whatever I've got. Get these out of the way. Okay, in here, I have an air that doesn't work unless you push the pedal on the floor. It's off. Never mind. Okay, I use this for, cleaning up after I've finished sandblasting. I've got my standard gun. This is for air to come in, and this is for the vacuum to catch the dust that's in there. That's that. It opens up. I bought the cabinet that opens up this way so that I could put large items in. Often cabinets this big have got a door on the side, and you can't get large things through the door. Like, even though you've got a massive area here to work with, you can't get large things in there, so it's kind of pointless. I got this so that I could fit wheels in it if I need to. I have done that before. Probably won't do it again. Yeah. Okay, so that's the cabinet itself. Now I want to talk about the compressor. So let's go over here. There is my compressor. It is an absolute beast. It's gas powered. It's gasoline powered. It's got a hose coming out there that runs up and over, around through there, and then down to that thing. Why do you have this? The reason is that to run an air compressor, you need an absolute crap load of air pressure. Like ridiculous amounts of air pressure, and you need that air pressure to be regenerated as fast as possible. A lot of people go with, most places will go with a three-phase electric compressor. But here in Japan, if you want to have three-phase power at your house, it costs like 2.5 grand to get that set up at your house. And there's a whole bunch of paperwork, and you need to tell them how much power you're going to use per month. Absolute nightmare. So I messed around talking to electricians for like a month and was like, you know what? Why don't I just go gasoline powered? This thing runs perfect. It's absolutely perfect for it. But really, if you're going to buy a sandblasting cabinet, factor in the fact, like, that's cheap. Oh, sandblasting cabinet's cheap. Factor in the point that you're gonna have to have an absolute beast of an air compressor. So, while that was only $200, you need a $2,500 air compressor to run it. Yeah, you can run air compressors. I can see it now. Someone's going to watch this later and be like, oh, I've got a cheap $100 air compressor, and that works fine. Fine for you, not fine for me. I want to be able to just paint with the sand. You know, like I want to be able to do that entire face without having to wait for the air compressor to regenerate. If you want to take 2 to 3 hours to sandblast something, by all means, run with the cheap $200 air compressor from Harbor Freight or whatever your cheap Chinese store is in your country. But take it from me, that sucks. It really, really sucks. Like, you turn a simple job of what's simple here into something that you just don't want to do. And that's what I wanted to talk about. Factor in the fact that you're going to need a beast of an air compressor. Figure out how big your air compressor is going to need to be. And I would buy the air compressor first. There's nothing like having air for your air tools like I do with this. That's it. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. So that's done. Sorry for the interruption. I think my wife was yelling at me about lunch. David! What? And then I couldn't hear the response. Dunno. Anyway, that's it. I hope you found this useful. I'll say it again. If you are thinking about sandblasting, get a monster-ass air compressor, be it gasoline powered, which was cheapest for me. Yeah, it was expensive straight off the bat, but now I never have to worry about, like, not having enough air. Or maybe you can just get three-phase where you are, or maybe you can get monster air compressors that run on 200 volts single phase. I couldn't, still can't. So yep, that's what I've got. That's my sandblasting setup. You will see this, you'll find out what this is for in a future video. Yeah, I don't know when that's coming out. I've got a lot of videos to edit, but I've been sick. Now I'm just trying to get stuff done. Get stuff done, Dave. I am. Anyway, grey beard. Thank you, Kenny. Yeah, it's a bit grey. Hi, Greg Ford. I'm just about to leave, but yep, grey beard. I'm going to shave the beard off once I get the Altezza back. It's at the tuner for the second time. Anyway, that's completely off topic. I am. Oh no, yeah, got to shave the beard off. It's going. Wife doesn't like it. Gotta go. I'm gonna go. It's been lovely chatting about sandblasters and air compressors. You'll see me live and pre-recorded very soon. And I never know how to turn this off because there's no like hang up button. There's like an X and then it's up there and you do that. And then it goes, "Are you sure you want to stop streaming?" I still am streaming. And then when I click OK right now, is it actually stopped or